So welcome along to week 3 of our Yamas challenge, which is Asteya, which is non-stealing. So anytime in Sanskrit that there's an A in front of it, it means non. Like we had ahimsa, which is non-violence. Asteya is non-stealing, and then aparigraha, the A again, is non-grasping, which is in a few weeks' time. So as Michael and I love NLP, language patterns and understanding language, and so it's interesting because we are we kind of programmed to negate the bit before it. So if I say, I've got to, don't forget the dry cleaning, then all my brain hears is forget the dry cleaning. So it's important as we understand NLP, and Michael goes into it so much more in the mind performance coaching program, but we need to frame it in the positive. So remember the dry cleaning. And in that way, we're programming ourselves for that. So rather than non-stealing, when your brain just goes, steal something, but instead, what is it that we do want? So speaking, what is it that we want? It's giving. How can we be more giving? But sure, let's talk about stealing for a moment. So as humans, we have 3 major resources: time, energy, and money that people might steal from us. So sure, you're probably not going to steal someone's money, but you know, the example that I gave last week, the IGA versus Coles and Woolies, maybe you would steal them, but you wouldn't think of it as stealing. But actually, again, it's that sleeping better at night. How can I go to bed with a clear conscience? So you can, in fact, steal someone's time and energy. And I'm sure you've had it happen to you where, you know, someone's just blasted in with their day, and I look like I've got a Buddha's head, don't I? So they've just blasted in and haven't asked, have you got a moment? Have you got a moment for me to check in and talk to you about something? Or you've perhaps had someone, you've left a catch up with someone just depleted, absolutely exhausted. So it does happen that we unknowingly, unwittingly steal someone's energy, or have someone steal our energy or our time. So just being aware of that one is I guess one thing to explore if we're looking at the stealing part. But then we can turn it around to the more positive. So with ahimsa, we went kindness, maybe extending kindness to ourselves and others. And with Asteya, we could think of it as giving. Well, what can I give that's free? I can give compliments, I can give a smile, I can give kind words, I can give appreciation, I can give support, I can uplift another. So what is it that I can give this week? And I hope you're realizing that this is some really deep and beautiful work, and that I know a lot of people, especially when I was living in Coolum, and it's a small little town, and like people would skip classes for a couple of weeks, and then they'd, I'd see them in the supermarket and they'd be a bit sheepish, like, oh, I haven't been coming to class. And you can see here that this is really solid inner work that you are doing. And so again, congratulations to you to keep showing up in this way and to bring in to your life these yamas and living principles, and that it's not, yoga is not only about what we do on our little rubber mat in our colorful pants, and it's far more than that. And I know when we were traveling around India, we'd sit down in the trains for like 30 hours and you'd start up conversations, and that they were very interested to know what that we did. And as soon as we said yoga, they'd be, oh, I do yoga. But they don't do the postures, they live by these principles, and that's doing yoga. So whether you make it to the mat this week or this month, it doesn't really matter as long as you're living from these principles. I've got a thunderstorm happening at the moment, being given a rain dance, rain pouring down. So I hope you're enjoying yourself, and what are some of your thoughts? Again, your explorations, and what is it that you can give this week? Maybe it's giving kindness, maybe rather than it's, and remembering that basis of ahimsa, that a basis of kindness, and go forth and give. It's been shown that people feel better about giving, like there've been studies where people have been given $100 and they go, yep, cool, that's cool, but they feel better when they then re-gift that $100 on. They feel better in themselves. So if we're looking at this, creating an upward spiral in ourselves and in our lives and the way we live, then maybe giving, of course, giving money, donating, these are all wonderful things to do to actually help us to feel better about ourselves and feel better about how we live in the world. So go you again. Look at how short these are getting. Isn't that good? Ahimsa was the big one. But love to you, and I'll catch you again next week. Keep sharing all your ideas and thoughts in the comments below.